Hi students, today we are going to discuss about the sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio when you are sharing the goodwill of that goodwill which was brought by the new partner into the partnership, right? So for that we can what is the sacrificing ratio is old profit sharing ratio minus new profit sharing ratio, that is the sacrificing ratio. So we will go through the question so we can learn it. Here Fanny and Mundi are partners sharing profits and losses, right? Profits and losses into the profits and losses in the ratio 3 is to 2 respectively. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2020 was as follows, as follows, right? Buildings 35,000, machinery 30,000, cash 10,000, and bills receivable 15,000, debtors 25,000, stock 20,000. Okay, capital Fanny is 60,000, Mundi 30,000, sundry creditors 10,000, bills payable 5,000, general reserve 25,000, profit and loss account 5,000, 45,000. And other information given below is on 1st April 2020, Mr. Candy is admitted into the partnership for 1/5 of share of profits. The terms of the partnerships are follow. Mr. Candy has to bring 30,000 towards capital, right? And 20,000 for his share of goodwill. That Candy has to bring 30,000 as his capital. So cash account debit 30,000 and capital account credit 30,000, right? You know the narration is capital brought by the Candy, right? Candy, C, right? So first journal entry is over, and what is the double entry is cash account debit 30,000 saying capital, right? Capital account saying cash, it is 30,000 of Candy, right? 30,000 of Candy, we will say Candy. Okay, so second one is capital 20,000 of his share of goodwill 20,000, he is bringing goodwill 20,000. Then goodwill 20,000 debit, goodwill account credit saying cash 20,000, right? So cash account debit 20,000, goodwill account credit 20,000, right? 20,000. So that is the double entry for the goodwill, right? And again we have to calculate the distribution of goodwill. To calculate the distribution of goodwill, we had to see the profit sharing ratio. The earliest profit sharing ratio is 3 is to 2. 3 is to 2, that is 3 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3 by 5 and 2 by 5, right? That is the old profit sharing ratio. And what is the new profit sharing ratio is 2 is to 2 is to 1. 2 is to 2 is to 2 is to 1. 2 upon 5, 2 upon 5. 2 by 5 and 2 by 5. So when you are deducting, right, when you are deducting, right, from 1 minus 1, from all profit sharing ratio, you have to deduct the new profit sharing ratio. Then this is 1 upon 5 and this is 0. So sacrificing ratio is Fanny is getting the whole goodwill, right? So goodwill account debit, third one, distribution of goodwill account debit 20,000 and capital account credit 20,000 of funny, right? This is the double entry, right? This is the double entry. So funny is 20,000, capital account, goodwill account has to be debited 20,000, right? 20,000, that is cash, capital account, right? Account capital account has to be credited with the goodwill. 20,000 of funny, right? Goodwill has distributed. He brought the goodwill of 20,000 and it has been distributed among the partners according to the sacrificing profit sharing ratio. What is the sacrificing profit sharing ratio? Is all profit sharing ratio minus new profit sharing ratio. That is, we have calculated here, right? So that is finished. Now stock to be depreciated by 5. Stocks is 20,000. So depreciated by 5 means 5%. 5% means 500, 1,000 stocks worth of stocks has to be decreased by 1,000, right? So revaluation account revaluation debit 1,000, right? And stocks account credit 1,000, because the revaluation of stocks took place when you are admitting the new partner. So stocks revaluation account 1,000 debit and 1,000 stocks. Here you will say stocks, here you will say revaluation account, because it is depreciated by 5%. 5% in the sense 500, 4,000, 10,000 and 20,000, it is 1,000 rupees. So carried down value should be 19,000, right? 19,000 brought forward value is 19,000, right? Stocks. Then what is the next adjustment? Machinery to be reduced to 28,000. Machinery has to be reduced to 28,000 means carried down value will be 28,000, right? Then 30,000 brought forward will be 28,000. So 2,000 goes to the revaluation account. Revaluation account 2,000 machinery. Right? Then what is the journal entry? Machinery account debit, revaluation account debit, account debit, and machinery account credit 2000, 2000 and 2000. Okay, so it has to be, it is okay, it is finished. Revaluation. So revaluation of machinery finished, and sundry creditors increased by 2000. Sundry creditors, the carried brought forward balance is 10,000. So increased by 2000 means carried down value should be 12,000. 12,000, right? If it is 12,000, 12,000, right? 12,000, brought forward value will be 12,000, and revaluation account 2000. Account should be 2000. Then sundry creditors increased by 2000. Revaluation account should be debited. Creditors 2000. That means revaluation account, revaluation account debit, and sundry creditors account credit 2000. Correct? That is finished, right? Because creditors has increased, brought forward value is 10,000, increased by 2000, in the sense brought carried down should be 12,000, right? 12,000, in the sense what is the difference is 2000. 2000 revaluation account should go to the revaluation account, so we have put it to the revaluation account. Revaluation account debit and creditor to the sundry creditors, right? That is the journal entry we have passed. And appreciate the buildings by 5,000. What is the building value? Building value is 35,000. So appreciate by 5 means 5 was building account debit, revaluation account, then 40,000, then 40,000, carried down 40,000, brought forward 40,000, right? Then revaluation account 5,000 credit, right? Buildings increased by 5,000, that is revaluation account credit and buildings account debit. Buildings account debited and revaluation account credited, right? Because buildings value is increased by 5,000. Provision 5% for the bad debtors. Bad debtors, they ask us to provide 5% on debtors for bad debtors. Bad debtors 5% is 1,250, right? So how we can make it? This one, how we can make it? Revaluation account debit 1,250, right? Saying provision for bad debts, and provision for bad debtors credit 1,250, right? Saying revaluation account. So here journal entry would be revaluation account debit, and provision for bad debts credit 1,250. 1250, 1250, right? So double entry we have completed, and there as a general reserve is there. General reserve we have to transfer it according to the previous profit sharing ratio. Right? General reserve has to be transferred to the capital account. Capital account, credit, general reserve. Right? General reserve. 25,000 divided by 5 mean 5,000. 5 into 15,000 for Fanny, 10,000 for Mundi, right? According to the old profit sharing ratio. So journal entry would be general reserve debit, reserve debit, general reserve debit at partners capital account. Account of F and M 15 and 10. Here is 25, right? 25. Journal entry is over. Journal entry is over. Finished. Right? We have and profit and loss account 5,000 is there. Profit and loss is 5,000 is there. Right? We have to transfer that to profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation account, right? Profit and loss appropriation account 5,000, right? Then we will put it here, profit and loss, and revaluation account. We will close the revaluation account. When we close, $250, 6,250, 6,250, and loss transferred to P&L, to you can either transfer to P&L or profit and loss appropriation account. We can say profit and loss appropriation account, right? 1,250, 1,250. Well, then here we will say loss $1,250, right? Revaluation loss, right? The difference is 3,750. 5,000, 5,000, 3,750. That should be transferred to capital account. Fanny and Mundi, said, right? Fanny and Mundi. 3:2. 3,750 divided by 5, 35, 750 per head. 2,250 and 1500, right? So 2250 and 1500. Then profit and loss appropriation. Appropriation. Profit and loss appropriation. Account 2250 plus 1500. Right? Then what is the carrying value? Balance brought forward, carried forward, carried down, balance brought forward. Right? Here 30,000, 30,000, 30,000 and 30,000. Right? Here 40, 41,500 and 41,500, 41,500. Right? Here 250 and 17,000, 17,037, 97,250, 97,250, 97,250. Right? Here 97,250 and 41,500 and 30,000. Here 97,000, 97,250 and 41,500, and here candy is 30,000. So 750. This is 8 and 1368,000. Right? So this balance we have taken. This is closed. Cash balance should be 50,000. Brought forward 50,000. 50,000. Carried down 50,000. Right? 50,000, 50,000. Cash balance 50,000. 50,000. Goodwill finished. Stocks 19,000. Stocks 19,000. 19,000. Machinery 28,000. 28,000. Machinery is 28,000. Right? Sundry creditors 12,000. Sundry creditors 12,000. That is 17,000. And buildings 40,000. Buildings 40,000. Then here 68,000. Right? Provision for bad debts 1,250. 1,250. Then 23,750. 23,750. This is finished. This is finished. This is finished. Finished. So we have to do the addition only. Addition 750, 5, 14, 17, 5, 8, 17 and 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 107,000. So 176,750. This is 750. This 6, 8 and 6, 7, 8, 186,750. 186,750. What is the difference of right, students? There is a 10,000 difference here. The 10,000 30, 40 and 60. It should be 60. This is 60,000, right? This is 60. This is 60. This is 60, right? Then this is also 60 and this is 177 and this is 86, right? So 186,750, 186,750. This balance sheet is balancing. So you know how to calculate the sacrificing ratio. If they have given old ratio and the new ratio, then of course the goodwill has to be distributed among the old partners according to the sacrificing ratio, right? So I hope you would have understood. Mm, I will, if you have any question, you can contact me, right? So I hope to meet you in next session. Thank you.